Let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. The night with the light from above. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Just give me a minute or two to get the show. Come in, Andy. Just give me a couple minutes to get the show started.
Remember, no bastard ever war.
This is on video too, by the way. Amy and Jeff Harrison first. Amy Anderson. Not Amy and Jeff Harrison. Amy Anderson and Jeff Harrison.
What will you do without
Just give me a minute to crank it up and then we'll play it. As long as you need.
I was the best because the crowd loved me, and the crowd, and you will win your freedom. I will win the crowd. I will give them something they've never seen before.
From our production studios in 25-year talk radio veteran, best in the valley, it's the rich Gilgallon.
Thank you, Russ O'Hara. Thank you, one and all. Thank you, Russ O'Hara. Thank you, one and all. It's the Rich Gilgallon Show right here on News Talk 920 KPSI. It's great to be with you today. Hope you're having a spectacular Thursday. It's Throwback Thursday. How many people, raise your hand out there, how many people participate in Facebook's Throwback Thursday? Let me see. Let me see. Show of hands. You. Yeah, I know. I do too. I'm running out of old pictures, though. I know a lot of people do. It's fun. It's, you know, it's one of those things just happened overnight. Everybody started putting old pictures up there. TBT, Throwback Thursday. It's one of those Facebook things. And I enjoy, for the most part, my Facebook things. For the most part. So there's a lot going on, obviously, across the news landscape, and we'll be talking about that. I'm going to talk about the president's absolutely lame speech that he gave to the West Point graduating class yesterday. Just amazing how bad it was. No applause. Sweat starts. Oh, I know, I've been there. I've given bad speeches in my day. I didn't have to read them off a teleprompter, though. The bad speeches I gave just came off the top of my head. And I let the chips fall where they may. I have never seen anybody that has to read every word. So we'll get back to that. I want to talk about that. But first, we have a guest in studio. One of my favorite guys in town is with us in studio right here. I'm hoping the microphones are up. Let's make sure. I think so. Say a few syllables for me there, Andrew.
Thanks for having me today, Coach.
We'll get Clean Gene in here to straighten out our... Well, you can hear him, but I can't hear him. So we'll get Gene in here to make sure that Andrew's microphones are correct. Ladies and gentlemen, it's always a great pleasure to welcome Gene the Dream Nichols. Gene, would you make sure that Andrew's microphone is up, please? I can't seem to figure out which button to turn. It's always a pleasure to have Andrew Starkey with us because he is, in my opinion, the George Steinbrenner of the desert of Southern California. He is an entrepreneur and one of my favorite guys, the Palm Springs Heat, the Palm Springs Power. He's turned he's taken what was an eyesore, frankly, in Palm Springs, the baseball field complex, and turned it into a thriving concern. How are you there, brother?
I'm doing great. Now we're cooking with peanut oil.
Thank you, Gene. Gene Nichols pushed the right button, as you can see. I have neglected to push the right button. And how many years is this, brother?
This is our 11th season.
It can't be 11.
It's 11 seasons you've been allowing me to come in and talk with you. I'm very excited to be out here. I look at myself as an entrepreneur.
You are an entrepreneur.
To Palm Springs at the ripe age of 23, green behind the ears, and I've learned quite a bit. I've been able to establish myself, my family, and my business as a viable part of this community. And I'm excited for hopefully a whole lot more wins. It's a lot better to win than lose. Or
you guys never lose. I mean, you guys never lose. You guys always win.
I like to think it's because I outwork the other owners. I go out and I find more players that are better players. I develop better relationships with the college coaches and create a better atmosphere for players to play in here in Palm Springs. So the better players want to come here. They want to play in front of our fans. And if they step on the field and they don't win, it's not our fault. We're not given, like I said, no participation.
Well, we win as a team and we lose as a team. Or do we win as an organization?
An organization. Our organization wins, and I'm talking about the other team out there on the field. We're not, they don't come out, guns a-blazing. They're gonna.
Yeah, it's their fault.
It's their fault. I tell them, hey,
we're not here to play patty cake here.
No, go out and get Roger Clemens, Barry Bonds, anybody that you can put in a uniform. My guys in red versus whatever color you guys got. We're gonna go out there and we're gonna go toe to toe.
And so opening day is Sunday?
No, opening day is tomorrow night. Friday night, 6:35 p.m. After the game, we have fireworks show at the ballpark. So it should be an exciting night. We play a team from Menlo Park, the Legends from up there. So we're excited to have baseball back here this summer at Palm Springs Stadium. Cold beer, hot dogs, soda, whatever you're fancy, come on out to Palm Springs Stadium and enjoy the night.
And what specials do you have going through the week? I know you have like
Friday nights are fireworks.
Friday nights, every Friday night.
We have 3 Friday night fireworks.
Awesome.
So almost 50% of the season. Then every Tuesday we do dollar beers. Every Wednesday is our family night, $1 admission for everybody. Saturdays are kids day. Kids get in for $2, and then every Sunday it's giveaway day. So hats, T-shirts, bobbleheads, and what makes us really different, and the entrepreneur in me is you can't make any money when you go on the road. You can only, whether you're selling a ticket for $1 or $5 or whatever, you can only do it when you have a home game. So we have more home games than anybody else. It gives us a huge advantage, obviously, on the field. But set your clocks by it. Set your watches by it. 7 p.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The Power got a game. We're at Palm Springs Stadium, the former spring training home of the Angels.
Opening night tomorrow night and fireworks after the game. Good way to start.
Absolutely. Hopefully we start off with a bang in the bottom of the first inning with some runs, and then we have a great finale at the fireworks show. And probably the thing from a baseball standpoint, Coach, that I'm most excited about is we have several local players. We have more local players this year than we've ever had.
Exactly.
And I think it really is a compliment to the youth programs here in the desert and the high school baseball coaches here in the desert, is they're developing more and more players going to major universities. Saturday night starter Brooks Kriske, Palm Desert High grad, goes to USC, pitcher in the Pac-12. Sunday night starter Morgan Ehrman went to Desert Christian, goes to Arizona. He's starting for us.
Awesome.
We've got Nick King, Palm Springs High, just signed a huge scholarship out of Riverside City College to the University of Georgia, SEC player. So very excited to have a lot of players. And then, there's Scotty Burcham, Palm Desert, and a few other guys.
Awesome. That's starting tomorrow night, opening night for the Palm Springs Power.
That's it.
11 years now with Andrew Starkey. Thank you, Andrew. Thanks for coming by. It's the Rich Gilgallon Show. You're tuned in to News Talk 920, KPSI. Oops.
When it comes to dental
So I hope
implants,
By the way, that's on the. It'll be on YouTube after the show.
Just an stop shop. Yes, everything done in one office for one all-inclusive fee. And the custom subperiosteo implant performed by Dr. Renz is about half the cost and takes only 1/3 the time as do other implants.
I'm just extremely pleased.
I mean, the kid's amazing. Really, he's like the George Steinbrenner. Yeah, he's a kid, 23 years old.
Experience a single office.
He took over that stadium,
surgical
got a good
procedure.
deal, and
Call Dr. Renz today
he's
for a
built
free
a little
consultation.
baseball empire.
902-7756. That's 902-7756. Or go to Dr. Robert Renz, that's RENS.com.
Hi, everybody.
Dentistry available.
Can you hear me?
Hi, I'm
Or
Harvey.
is the sound off from everybody? Hi, everybody. Welcome to the big show. Thanks for tuning in to the video portion of the Rich Gilgallon Show, brought to you in no small part by SwingPointMedia.tv. Is that correct? SwingPointMedia.tv. Check out their web pages and see the work that they do. It's unbelievable work. Unbelievable. If you have a golf course in this town, or any town in this country, and you want a quality flyover presentation with amazing visuals of your golf course from 400 feet in the air, you need to get a hold of Jeff Harrison, Amy Anderson at SwingPointMedia.tv. I'm telling you right now, you will not regret it. Please do me that favor. Okay. How's that? Is that any good for my guys? I'm schwitzing. I got the schwitz going today. No, don't hit me. We'll just keep talking. I'm schwitzing today. I got a little schwitz because people say they're going to say, "Where's your tie?" And coach. Well, it's 111 degrees outside, and I'm on the bus, and so I just what is it? It says 97.9, but that's not 100% right. It's 107.9, especially in a sport coat and a shirt and tie. I couldn't do it today. I'm sorry. Coming back with Jungle Land. Oh, you're not allowed to hear that, though, sadly.
When you start hearing this music come on,
Go to homefloodprevention.biz. That's homefloodprevention.biz. WaterCom. Stop water damage before it starts. Go to homefloodprevention.biz. WaterCom is recommended by insurance companies. And of course, the coach. That's 760-564-8840. 760-564-8840. WaterCom. WaterCom. WaterCom.
I understand we've had an issue with YouTube on our based on our bumper music. Just want to hear that piano just for a second. One of the great piano riffs of all time in rock and roll history, right there. Well, the Angels had a homecoming in Harlem late last night. And the Magic Rat drove a sleek machine over the Jersey state line. All right, if they can't hear the boss do it, they can hear me do it. Huh, Jeff? There's no problem with me doing it. All right. Today is Thursday. It's Throwback to You Thursday. Thursday is video day for the Rich Gilgallon Show. Simply go to the website, newstalk920.com. Click on the picture, the very handsome picture of yours truly, Rich Gilgallon, and boom! You'll be dragged, whether you like it or not, right into the studio where you will be able to watch the video of the show as it's happening. Okay? So feel free to do that. Thanks to Andrew Starkey for coming by. One of my buddies, a guy who is, nice, good small businessman. And as you know, this radio program supports small business more than any other program in the Coachella Valley, without question. If you have a small business and you want it separated from other like small businesses, the thing to do is to advertise on this show. I have the most loyal listening base in the Coachella Valley. If you don't believe me, ask Dr. Renz, ask Water Cop, ask Bernie Gartland, ask Big O Tires, ask Lumpy. You ask anybody you want. When people hear commercials on this show, they go and they shop there because they understand the triune nature of the system that we have operating in America today. It's a good system. It's a system where I cannot come to you and say, hey, send me a couple $100 and keep me on the air. Not like, remember, Soupy Sales did that one time when he told the kids, send them $1. You know, he got in hot soup when he said, find $1 and take it from your mother's purse and put it in an envelope and address it to Soupy Sales, New York, New York. Well, Soupy got in hot soup. As I recall, I might have that story a little, I was just a kid at the time, but I do remember. So I can't do that. So what I do is I come to you and I do a radio show, and you'll hear in the break, you'll hear these commercials from these amazing sponsors. Now your job is to go and purchase their goods, their wares, and tell them you heard about them here, and then they'll come back and they'll continue to support the show. That's how it works. One hand over here, over there, back to me. And so we say to small businesses, you can help. You can help support this philosophy, which is under attack, by the way, by the left goons out there who are trying to, take Rush Limbaugh off the air, and they come after Rich Gilgallon, and listen, don't let small-minded people affect you. Right? Don't let that happen. In fact, advertise on this show, and I guarantee you will get business from it. You can call 760-325-2582 and ask for Greg Armel, and we'll help you. Okay. All right. So back to the President of the United States and his amazing speech, which was hyped up so much by the White House. I mean, if I were the White House, I would start an anti-hype campaign for whenever this guy talks. In other words, if he's going to talk at West Point and I work for him, I'm going to say, watch something else today from noon to 2. Okay? Because I don't want too many people watching this guy give these lame butt speeches. They are lame. Lame. And the sad part is, and this is what happens. I've talked about this before. We have a problem in our government, and that is that we isolate our executive from the people so much that the only voices he hears are inside the Oval Office. And what do those voices say? We love you. You're the greatest. Salam, you're the man. You're the best. Nobody is as good as you. You're the best speaker that the nation has ever known. You have you're a god. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so it's almost not their fault. I mean, it's don't forget that when a Roman general would win a big battle, they would have this amazing parade for that general through the streets of Rome. And they'd put him in a chariot. And the crowds, I mean, there'd be millions of people out there. And they'd be chanting his name. You know, Maximus, Maximus, Maximus. But they were intelligent enough to put someone in the chariot with him. In those days, a slave. And that slave would hold laurels over the head of the Roman general as he was going through this amazing procession of praise. And that slave's job was to whisper in the general's ear, remember, you are only a mortal. Remember, you are only a mortal. We don't have that in the White House today. There's nobody in there to say, you know, you ain't all that. You know, you just you put your pants on one leg at a time. You're not the king. You know, you were elected to serve the people. You know, all the people, by the way, even the people that disagree with you. You're their president too. And your job is to negotiate with the Congress to get things done. That's what your job is. You can look it up in the Constitution. Your job is not to say, this is what I want. Sign my name. The rest of you can suck it. How's that? I mean, that's what it feels like. We don't have a king. We have a servant. You're elected to serve. And so there's nobody in that office that can say, hey, Mr. President, you know, this IRS thing, you know, I mean, this is not good. We need to, you know, somebody has to go. Nobody in there that can say, oh, we really blew this Benghazi thing. I mean, trying to make believe that it was this silly film about the prophet when really it was, you know, Al-Qaeda. We should have said it. Nobody tells him that. So he walks into an audience at West Point. I mean, was there no one in this office that would say to the President of the United States, you know, this is not your audience here, bro. These guys know that you have your whole life have hated the military. They know that. They know your wife is not a big fan of the military. And they know certainly your parents were no big fans of the military. So, you know, they're kind of hip to you, not being on their side. And not only was it a bad speech, but it was a boring speech. And there's no excuse for that. So what do you say? What do you say when you go out to talk to the graduates at West Point? How about you start by saying this? You start by saying, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you for choosing this course in your life. Thank you for spending the last 4 years working very, very hard in order to serve your nation, in order to promote democracy and freedom and peace and a pursuit of happiness around the world if called upon. I'm so grateful to each and every one of you. Thank you. That's how you start a speech to the West Point grads. That's what you say to them. You don't say, hey, by the way, if any of you guys did anything, you know, I give you a pass. No applause. I mean, even that didn't get applause. You know, and I'm not sure if it was like pardoning the Thanksgiving turkey. You know, how every year the president goes in there and he pardons the Thanksgiving turkey. Well, he goes to the West Point guys and says, if any of you guys have any demerits or around report, I clear you all right now. Surely they thought when they wrote the speech in the White House, okay, this will get you the applause line. So he says it. You're all, no problem, you know, y'all get a pass. Crickets. You could hear a bird chirping. Nobody. Nobody says nothing. Oh, flop sweats. Amazingly poor performance. Where are the orators in our world today, in our political world? Where are they? I mean, we don't have them. It's a lost art, apparently. I mean, go back and read some of these speeches that these guys gave in the 1700s, 1800s, in the 20th century. I mean, Bobby Kennedy never had I mean, they would talk from, and the reason why they didn't need teleprompters was because they spoke the truth. And, you know, if you're speaking the truth, you don't need a teleprompter.
You don't have to watch every single word you say that it doesn't back up against another lie that you told a while ago. You know, when you speak the truth, you don't have to have it all written down. 760-320-8255. It's great to be with you today. It's the Rich Gilgallon Show. Time for our local news and Dennis Daly, and we'll be back right after that. Stick around.
Good afternoon, Rich, and hi, Dennis.
Good afternoon, Dennis.
Lunch hour. I'm Dennis Daly.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, let's make you news. Members of California World Eco Association.
Love you guys.
Give
me such fun. Go over there and chat.
Lunch as part of the 10th annual Recreation Days at Mecca Elementary School. It doesn't start until the 4 to 5 o'clock hour. Besides food and legal information, workers will be given a bandana to help prevent pesticide and dust inhalation. Who's sponsoring it is based in Oakland. The city of Palm Springs has won a group of awards at a national program ceremony in Eugene, Oregon. It was the meeting of Neighborhoods USA. Palm Springs Office of Neighborhood Involvement was set up in 2005. The National Neighborhood Group was established in the mid-1970s. Still no suspects in the wake of the shooting of that man the other morning around 2:40 in Augusta Park in Indio. That's not far from Monroe Street and Interstate 10. A 3-day conference on addiction